Hello everyone, welcome to the second MCQ video on power electronics. So the first question is, the function of snubber circuit connected across an SCR is to suppress dV by dt, increase dV by dt, decrease dV by dt, decrease di by dt. And here you go. And the answer is suppress dV by dt. So snubber circuit is basically a series connected resistor and capacitor which is connected across the power electronic switch like thyristors, power transistors, etc. And the impedance of the device abruptly jumps to a very high level and it is blocking the current when a switching device changes its state from the on state to the off state. But the current still tend to keep flowing through the switch, which induces a very high voltage across the switch because of because of which the current decreases faster. Then the induced voltage dV by dt becomes higher and it may reach to sufficiently high level to destroy the switch. So a snubber circuit is required in order to suppress the rate of rise of forward voltage, that is dV by dt, across the switch. So that is a purpose of a snubber circuit, which is a series combination of resistor and capacitor. Practical way of obtaining static voltage equalization in series connected SCRs is by the use of one resistor across the string, resistors of different values across each SCR, resistors of the same value across each SCR, one resistor in series with each SCR, and here you go. And the answer is resistors of the same value across each SCR. By connecting the resistors of the same value across each SCR, then we can eliminate the unequal distribution of the voltage across the SCRs. Hence, we can obtain the static voltage equalization in series connected SCRs by connecting the same values of resistors across each of the SCRs. The maximum dA by dt in an SCR is dash, directly proportional to the supply voltage, directly proportional to the induced inductance in the circuit, inversely proportional to supply voltage, both A and B. And here you go. And the answer is both A and B. The maximum rate of rise of current from cathode to the anode is directly proportional to the supply voltage and also the inductance in the circuit. The latching current of GTO is of the order of 100 milliamps, 500 milliamps, 1 amp, 2 amp, and here you go. And the answer is 2 amps. So the latching current of GTO is of the order of 2 amps, whereas that of thyristor is say some 500 to 500 milliamps only. Compared to a transistor, dash have lower on-state conduction losses and higher power handling capability. Triacs, semiconductor diodes, MOSFETs, thyristors, and here you go. And the answer is thyristors. As we all know, thyristor is a solid state device like a transistor which has lower on-state in conduction losses than the transistor and higher power handling capacity when compared to the transistor. A thyristor can be termed as AC switch, DC switch, both A and B, square wave switch, and here you go. And the answer is DC switch. So basically we know that thyristor is a unidirectional device, which means it will only conduct the current in one direction. But unlike a diode, the thyristor can be used to operate as either an open switch or as rectifying diode depending upon how the thyristor gate is triggered, and in other words thyristor can operate only in the switching mode. So a thyristor can be considered as a DC switch. Thyristor is nothing but a control transistor, control switch, amplifier with higher gain, amplifier with large current gain, and here you go. And the answer you can guess it from the previous question itself. A thyristor is nothing but a control switch. Which of the following is disadvantage of fast recovery diodes? Recovery is only 5 microseconds. Recovery is only 50 microseconds. Doping is carried out. None of the above. And here you go. And the answer is doping is carried out. The diodes with the low reverse recovery time of about 5 microseconds or less are called the fast recovery diode. And for voltage above 400 volt, diffusion technique is used for the fabrication of these diodes. And in order to shorten the reverse recovery time, platinum or gold doping is carried out. And this doping may increase the forward voltage drop of the diode. So they are having a disadvantage of doping. Ninth question. A power semiconductor may undergo damage due to high dI by dt, low dI by dt, high dV by dt, low dV by dt. And here you go. And the answer is high dI by dt, high rate of change of current. So dI by dt indicates the maximum rate of rise of current from anode to cathode without any harm to the device. When a power semiconductor device is turned on, conduction starts at a place near to the gate, and this small area of conduction spread to the whole area of the junction. If the rate of rise of anode current is large as compared to the spreading velocity of the carriers across the cathode junction, local hotspot will be formed near the gate connection on account of higher current density, and this may cause the junction temperature to rise above the safe limit, and as a consequence the semiconductor device may be damaged permanently. So high dI by dt may damage the power semiconductor device. Which of the following semiconductor device acts like a combination of a diode and two transistors? UJT, diode, triac, SCR. And here you go. And the answer is triac. The triac is similar in operation to two transistors connected in reverse parallel but using a common gate, and the triacs can conduct in both directions. A GTO can be turned on by applying positive gate signal, positive drain signal, positive source signal, none of the above. And here you go. The answer is positive gate signal. So a gate turn off thyristor GTO like an SCR is a device with 4 layers, 3 junction semiconductor device with 3 external terminals, the anode, cathode and gate as shown in the diagram. And GTO can be turned on and off by positive pulse or signal and negative pulse or signal respectively to the gate terminal. The 3 terminals of a power MOSFET are called collector, emitter and gate, drain source and gate, drain source and base, collector, emitter and base. And here you go. And you might have guessed this right. The answer is drain, source and gate. Dash is a modern power semiconductor device that combines the characteristics of BJT and MOSFET, IGBT, FCT, MCT, GTO. And here you go. And the answer is IGBT. IGBT processes high input impedance like a MOSFET and has an on-state power loss as in the BJT. Which one of the following is most suitable power electronic device for high frequency greater than 100 kHz switching application? BJT, power MOSFET, Schottky diode, microwave transistor. And here you go. And the answer is power MOSFET. The power MOSFET has low turn off time, so it can be operated in a frequency range of say 1 to 10 megahertz. IGBT combines the advantages of BJTs and SITs. BJTs and MOSFETs, SITs and MOSFETs, none of the above. And here you go. And the answer is BJTs and MOSFETs. IGBT combines the advantages of BJTs and MOSFETs, and IGBT process high input impedance like a MOSFET and has a low on-state power loss as in the case of BJT. Maximum dI by dt in an SCR is directly proportional to Vm of supply voltage, inversely proportional to Vm of supply voltage, inversely proportional to L in the circuit, both A and C, where Vm is the maximum voltage and L is the inductance in the circuit. And here you go. And the answer is directly proportional to Vm of supply voltage. That is, we know that di by dt is proportional to 1 by V, and V is equal to L di by dt. So it is directly proportional to Vm. That is the answer. Dynamic equalizing circuit is useful to limit di by dt of SCR, to limit dV by dt of SCR for voltage equalization both B and C. And here you go. And the answer is both B and C. So basically a dynamic equalizing circuit is nothing but a snubber circuit as shown in figure, and they are used to limit dy by dt of SCR and also for voltage equalization. Which of the following is a two-terminal three-layer device? BJT, power diode, MOSFET, none of the above. And here you go. And the answer is power diode. The power diodes are similar to PN junction signal or low power diodes but have large power, voltage and current handling capacities, and those of conventional when compared to that of conventional PN junction diodes. And it has two terminals and three layers, and it finds its applications in electronics and electrical engineering circuits. Power transistors are type of BJTs, MOSFETs, IGBTs, all of the above. And here you go. And the answer is all of the above. So power transistors are types of BJTs, MOSFETs, IGBTs, or even SITs. And the last question, SCRs are used in series to meet high current demand, low voltage demand, low current demand, high voltage demand. And here you go. And the answer is high voltage demand. In a series connection, voltage division will take place, but current remains the same throughout the line. So SCRs are used in series to meet high voltage demand. Okay, that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.